Coder. In this video, you're going to see a basic overview of RStudio. So RStudio is one of the most popular IDEs available, and a lot of people already know how to use it. And it is in fact very intuitive for you to use it. But in case if you are new to R and you want to explore how to use RStudio, so this is a very simple introduction to you, and let's have a look at it. So when you have a look at RStudio, you can actually see that there are a few icons over here, and then you would see a very large window, and then you would see another window, and then another window. We're going to call these sections called panes. So this is a pane, this is a pane, this is a pane. So let's first see how to create a new file. So for you to create a new file, you can go here, click to file, and click new file, and then click any type of file that you want to create. So as a side note, you can also see that you don't necessarily only create R file here. You can create actually any file that is available. So you can create a Python script, or you can even create a D3 script. You can create a Plumber API. So you can do any of these things. So that's basically it, and you can do the same thing here with this icon. The second thing is it's always a better practice in a lot of cases that you actually create a project and then you keep all your files within that project. This is something that you can actually do using new project. So when you click new project, it will ask you to create a new project based on whether you want to do it with a new directory, existing directory, or you want to connect it with your Git. So that is how you can create a new project. So while you see this section, so it's primarily console, and it has got another thing called terminal, which is your machine's shell, and then you have got your jobs where you can run a local job, like for kind of a parallel processing. So you can run one job and then you can also run multiple jobs. But if you want to create a script, you are not going to run the entire script on console. So maybe small things like this, you might run it on console. If you want to explore something, you might do it on console. But maybe you always want to start a script, and then you are going to use that script to run all those things. So that is how. So usually you would see this 4 pane setup in a lot of cases. And the thing is, sometimes it's quite handy for you to run the script here, write the code here. Let's say I want to do for name and month dot abb, and I can say print name, and for me to run it I have to select everything and control enter or command enter, and then it would run. So now you may not be able to see the entire output, so sometimes it's always better to have your console here. So let's go ahead and see how to do that. So you go to tools, you go to global options, and then you actually go to pane layout, and then you can change the way you want it. So in the left bottom corner, instead of having console, you can say I want environment there, and then you can swap the places. So now you can see, okay, do you want to restart? I don't want to restart now, but just saying that okay, this is something that I want here. So now it is easier, quite handy for you to run something here and also test it here. So that is one thing. And the second thing is, if you want to know something, sometimes you want to restart a session, our session, or you want to create a new session. Maybe you just installed a package, and or you deleted a package and you want to install a new package, and those are the instances where you want to restart your R session. So this is the most important thing for that. So and you want to clear your workspace. So this is your workspace, you want to clear your workspace. So you can clear your workspace using that, or you can clear your workspace using this broom. And so this is one thing. The other thing is, if you're someone who is going to develop packages for R, so let's say you want to create a new package of your own, so that is where your build tools will come to build your package, compile your package. And then the next thing is, if you want to this edit tab is quite normal text editor stuff. And then your code thing is where again, once again, if you want doing a package for a custom package that you're developing, then you have few options here that would help you. For example, you can insert an R oxygen skeleton for your package documentation. So the other options are usually for you to check the code or edit. So those are simple things. And if you have a function, so you can click function definition, and then it will take you to the function. Let us do that. Edit code, go to function definition. I think if you have created a function, it would do that. So that is done. So, and the view tab, you can actually see everything that is all available here. So the next most important section for you is to explore global options. So debug is again, if you want to set toggle points and then debug your code, so you can do that. So but we are going to look at this particular section in detail. So install packages, for you to install packages, so you can do that in multiple ways. You can click this and install package, or you can go here and install package, or you can simply say install.packages and you can do that. So you can do it in multiple different ways. And then the next thing is version control. How do you so if you have Git connection, so you can connect it with your existing Git, and you can do that. And the next one is your shell. You can see you can invoke your shell or command prompt, and the same thing with terminal. You can have multiple terminals. Say jobs, we just saw that you can actually, if you have a let's say a very big large rendering happening, so you can assign it to jobs, and you can do another thing. So I mean, you can have multiple tasks running simultaneously. And add-ins is one of the latest addition, not so new, but it is something that people are underusing, and it is quite handy in a lot of cases to see that you can actually see that right now I do not have any add-in, but a lot of add-ins could be very handy. For example, if you're writing a blog, using Blogdown, add-ins would help you to add a new post, add an image, all those things. So the most important thing to customize your RStudio is global options. When you click global options, you can actually see which one is your default working directory when you're not in a project. So when you're in a project, your project directory becomes your default directory, but when you're not in a project, anything becomes your default directory. Then you can see basic code related syntaxes, like what you want the tab with, whether you want it to be auto indented, all those basic things. And then appearance is one thing that I actually love a lot. So maybe I want a modern theme, and I want to change my font size, or let's say you are going for a presentation and then you want the zoom value to be high, and you want the theme to change, you like some dark theme, so you can make it like this. You can make a change like this, and yeah, so this is another option that is quite handy for you to actually set up something that is easier for you to work with, that you like. And pane layout is something that we just discussed, how to change it. Packages, where do you want the packages to come from? So you could have some organization requirement that you want to use this particular CRAN repository, so you can select that. And if you have R Markdown, basic information around R Markdown, and if you have LaTeX installed, which version you are using it, you want spell check, you want to upload custom dictionary, Git, where have you connected your Git, and if you want to publish it, have you let's say you have RStudio connect in your organization, you want to publish it, you can add all those accounts here, RPubs account, a Shiny Apps account, and then finally your terminal, what terminal you want, which shell you want. So all those informations you can actually see. So this is one of the most important section. And regarding these panes, you can actually see this is your normal editor, or typical editor that you would see on IDE, and this is where you write code, and your terminal and your jobs, and environment is where you see your global and local variables. When I say global and local variables, I hope you understand. For example, I could have a function, and inside that function I have something, and that could be my local variable, and I have a global variable that is assigned throughout my session. Okay, briefly, what is a session? A session is the first time you open RStudio, given that you have not restarted R, and you close RStudio. So this is called one session. But in the middle, if you terminate your R or restart your R, so that becomes a new session. So every object that you create stays in the given session, unless until you manually clear workspace or remove that object. So yeah, that is your environment. And then your history is a good place. A lot of times, you while you're writing a code, you could end up typing a lot of things on your console, but you have not saved it or kept it on your editor. So now what do you do? So for example, let's say I have created something like 4 minus 3 4, and then I started doing something else, and then how do I get it? So you go to history, and then you can click that particular thing, and then you can say, okay, put this into my source, so you get it in source. So this is again a very good place for you to find out your find out your previous history of statements that you executed. And then connection is quite important, especially in a corporate setup or enterprise setup, is that your organization could have let's say an Oracle connection or MySQL connection or a Microsoft SQL connection. So this is where you create those connections, whatever connections are available. So this makes it much easier for you to make that connection in just one click. So that is again a very handy place. Files is where it shows all the local files that you have got in your current working directory. Plot is where when you make a plot. So usually you don't have to be much worried about this thing. For example, I have selected packages, but still, let's say I'm making a plot. This RStudio itself would take me to the particular plot section. You don't have to be bothered about. And if you want to export the plot, you can copy it to clipboard and paste it on your PowerPoint or somewhere. Save it as image, save as PDF, and then you have packages. What are the list of packages you have installed? And then the most important thing, which is your help. There are multiple ways to get help. The basic way is you type question mark and then say k-means, so you get k-means help. So that's a very basic way to do it. And then the viewer tab. So a lot of times the plot that you are making or something that you're making could be an HTML widget. So anytime you're trying to render something in an HTML page, this is like your internal browser within RStudio, and the page that you're trying to render, or the HTML widget like high charter or any other leaflet map, anything that would render here. So yeah, that's pretty much and here you can actually see what are all projects that you have created recently and what projects you have opened recently. So that is mainly this option. And this is normal text editor stuff, so you can say save everything and print all those things. I'm not sure who's printing these days, but yeah. So the other thing is so this is like your document second title and something in the middle. So here you can actually, okay, I've not selected any function, but if I had some function something written, then function of let's say def to function of new function, and if I execute this, okay, I've got a syntax error. Let me just write print new. I've run it, so you can actually see where I have function. So this is again quite handy for you to select it. You can fold your code, you can expand it. So this will help. And if you're using R Markdown, and this is quite handy for you to select a particular section. So yeah, this is I think pretty much all about RStudio. So RStudio website has a good community page for you if you have any questions or doubts. Other than that, you can always check online if you have some confusion. I think what we covered is the most important things that you usually want to use. And I hope this video was helpful to you, and if you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section. See you in the next video.